What is up? Oh, everyone, welcome back to another video during episode. In my bed, diary girl type shit. Anyways, another dream today. And it's oddly again with bikes and motorcycles. So, like yesterday was right. I was the one riding a motorcycle. Today, I was the one riding a bicycle with a few friends. Like it was actually here, actually on this street, like outside my house. My friends were we were all on bikes, and they brought me home. I don't know. And then, as I was about to make a turn to my street, at the red light I saw 3 bikers, and they were chilling, having fun, and even filming videos. And I was like, "Yo, I need to go there." And I waved to one guy, and I think he waved back. So I was like, "Yo, because I love bikes, and I also want to become one of them." So I was like, okay, now I gotta chase them. And my friends already took a turn to my street, right? But I was like, okay, screw it, I'm just gonna take off. So yeah, I followed after them, but obviously they have like bikes, and I have like a bicycle, like they have motorbikes. I have a normal bike. Obviously I'm way slower than them. Yeah, and I also took a few seconds to think, like, should I chase them? Because I can't reach them anyways. But I did in the end. And then yeah, I chased after them basically. At one point, I didn't even see them, but I just went straight, and suddenly the road got really weird. Like suddenly Asian markets started to spawn tons of people, like as if I was in Asia, literally. And then suddenly I was inside of a store, and suddenly I was not on my bike anymore, but next to it and walking with it, going through the store, and suddenly the bike was gone. Okay. And then suddenly a friend was with me, and because it was so crowded and stores everywhere, I saw like this package of rice. In Asian stores they always have like 20 kgs or however much kgs of rice. Yeah, and I saw a 50 kg packet, and I was like, bro, one day I'm gonna buy a 50 kg packet. I don't know why I said that, but yeah. And then bikes again, and suddenly a friend came from behind, like another friend, and he got right in front of me. I don't know how we catched up, but yeah. And he was just, I think it felt like he knew what I was doing. Chasing the guys on the bikes, on the motorcycles. Yeah, crazy dream, man. Ain't that right? And then also super weird. Like I remember text message. It was like, study something. Wait, let me check. Escape study pre-caught. Escape study case pre-caught. Bro, I don't know what this string, like how this string formed in my mind. Escape study case pre-caught. But I don't know why or how. But this, I don't know. So, like, I was like, okay, it means I have to escape. The escape means I have to escape. Study case, don't even remember. Like, I think that meant something. What did I interpret it as in my dream? Wait. Escape study case pre-caught. Escape, I need to escape. Study case, I don't even know. And pre-caught, I was caught. So, yeah, I don't know. Crazy stuff. Yeah, so that was the dream. And then there was one more thing, which I will tell you in a second if I unlock my phone and find the note. Ah, yes. This I read in the book, Psychology of Money. I'm almost done with it. It is... No, wait. I learned about this from the Andrew Huberman podcast, right? Started watching one 2 days ago or yesterday, I don't know. It is the most recent one on YouTube. How to grow from doing hard stuff or so. I don't know. Like, I knew the topic was self-improvement stuff, so I watched it. And yeah, one thing that was completely new for me was prevalence-induced concept change. Basically, it was a study Okay, so no, okay, wait. Prevalence induced concept change. And what I wrote down as a note is the definition of a concept shifts as the frequency of its occurrence changes. And an example, 100 pictures with usually two options. First half, both are equally frequent. Second half, one is less frequent. The definition of the of them changes. So, as an example, I remember from the podcast, it was like, one example was ethical and unethical businesses. And then they showed, like in the first half, they showed an equal amount, or like, yeah, the equal amount, I think. And then in the second half, they reduced the amount of unethical ones. And what that did is the term, the what is it called? Oh my god. The concept changed. The concept of what they deemed as unethical changed, right? So in the first half, right, equal, like steady number, equal number, and then it changed. Unethical ones were shown less often, and what happened is people started to like nitpick a bit. You know, there at first it was clear, okay, this is unethical, this is ethical, but then they broadened their term basically of what unethical is, and we're like, oh, you know, oh, this thing is one thing, you know, they're ethical, but this one thing sounds unethical. So, you know, the definition, what the hell was that? The definition of the concept of the word changed. And that's prevalence induced concept change. And then also another thing that I didn't write down but that I remembered just now, that they said in the podcast that I watched, or at least a part of what I watched, is or was, humans always find problems. It's as simple as that. And that's why, and so like oh my god, how did they say this? But it was like, no matter what environment you're in, if it's, you know, objectively way better, like me, objectively, I'm in a way better position than, say, someone in a poor country with a really poor family struggling to survive. I'm objectively way better off. Still, I have days, or yeah, I have days where I have, for some time of my life, I will still be sad and worried and, you know, stuff because of my problems. Objectively, my problems are non-existent. It's simple as that. That's also what I always tell myself, to be honest. Like, objectively, my problems are nothing. I live a good life, objectively. But subjectively, like, you can't, you know, I always tell that to myself that, oh, like, your problems are nothing, because they are nothing, objectively, but, like, it doesn't work. I don't know, I cannot trick like, I tell myself my dad, but still I would feel miserable, you know, so, yeah, so subjectively it doesn't, like, your brain knows you're screwing with it, you know. Or if you have found a way how to trick your brain and actually believes that, and not just like over a long period of time, over a few years, believes it, or forever believes it, and not actually just, oh, for a week or a month, then I would like to know. Yeah, but basically you see problems everywhere, and I don't know if I'm connecting stuff here that they said separately or not, but they also said, like, oh, when you do easy things, like when you do hard things, if your problems are hard things, the reward you get after having solved that problem is far greater, which first of all makes sense. Oh damn, I feel like I'm mixing things up. I should stop talking about that then if I feel like I'm talking nonsense. Yeah, but he also said, because the guy, I don't even know his name, I don't honestly really care, but the guy who was on the podcast episode, he was in Alaska for a month, and really cold and stuff, and he said when he came back from doing something as hard as that, more gratitude, like he was arrived, like he was more grateful too, because in Alaska, or was it Antarctica? Yo, what the hell? Antarctica. I think he went to Antarctica. What the hell? I can't. Antarctica. What? Antarctica. What the hell? Yeah, he went to that place, and that was obviously, it was cold. It was cold. And so, like he said, for like a month after coming home again, like even just warm water touching his hands, like he was so grateful for that. Makes sense, obviously, because he had to use cold water for a month, and I think also in the shower. But yeah, but basically gratitude is like you're more grateful if you do hard things. Makes sense, because you see the tough side of it. I don't know. Just makes sense, yeah. But humans also get complacent. Yeah, right. That's the thing. Humans get complacent because after like a month or so, maybe a bit longer, he started to be less grateful for that, because he got accustomed to it again. And so what you should do is, obviously you don't have to go to Antarctica to appreciate that, but you can do like small, like not so you don't have to do such extreme things. You can also do stuff in your daily routine. Like he said in an example of, many people have a problem of not walking 10,000 steps a day. Honestly, me too. Because let's just take a look. Actually, the thing is, when I meet up with someone, I'm walking at least 10K. But when I don't, Here, let's see. 18,000, next day 3,000, then 7.7, then 11K, then 5K. Today. Today I didn't even walk 1,000. Okay, well, I didn't take my phone everywhere, but not even 1,000 steps. And there's this 10K steps per day goal, right? And what he said was basically, in these small habits that you do, for example, when you take a phone call, or what I would say is when you brush your teeth, just walk around while you do it, or while thinking too, just while doing these things, these small things, just to walk around while you do it, unless it's like obviously really important or stuff. But yeah, just walk around and to get your steps in or something. I don't know. He also said like walks, because they're just very slightly uncomfortable. Yeah, obviously, because it's way more comfortable to sit here and have a phone call than to walk around, or to just go on a walk naturally, I have a friend who, I think he now is able to go on walks without his headphones, but he used to only be able to go out of his home with headphones on every single time. For nothing, he could just go out without his headphones. That was a problem, and he realized it, and I think he fixed it, which is very good. Very good job doing that. But yeah, you have to. Maybe your problem, I mean, if you don't go on walks at all, if you don't get enough steps in at all, you're like the step that you have to take first is to actually go on walks. It doesn't matter if you listen to music yet or not. I hope you don't hear my mom. But if you already, go on walks, maybe a step to increase the discomfort would be to, go without music, or you go with someone else on a walk regularly, and then maybe going out of your comfort zone would be also doing it alone when they're sick, for example, or when they have different plans. You know, for some, going out of your comfort zone would also be to, like, let's say you plan to play basketball with your friend, and suddenly he cancels and says, "Yo, bro, I can't come," whatever. What for some going out of your comfort zone could mean is that you still go, regardless of him coming there, like to play with you or not, you know. Or talking to strangers, like you don't even have to talk a lot, just say one sentence, just say one compliment, just say good morning to random strangers you cross paths with on the street, while you're grocery shopping or while you're doing anything. One compliment, one good morning, whatever. That could be going out of your comfort zone. Just these small few things, right? Just these small things that you can do in a day to increase your discomfort, make you more grateful. Also builds confidence, of course, because you're doing uncomfortable things. Or if you regularly go on runs, maybe change the run length or change the pace at which you're running. Try to go for a new, best pace, best new personal record pace. I don't know how to say this, but you get me. Yeah. And now I don't know what even the point was of me saying this, but basically, yeah. That's all. Bye bye.